Fani Willis and the Democrats, emboldened by Joe Biden and his Justice Department, they care about one thing. The headline during an election year: Donald Trump guilty. That's it. So this prosecution of Donald Trump down in Fulton County, Georgia, has hit another wackadoodle turn on the yellow brick road toward injustice. Fani Willis, as you know, is the district attorney there, and she's got a political jihad against Donald Trump. She was going to get him in a courtroom, and she's going to somehow impanel a jury that's going to convict this guy. That's all she cares about. She doesn't care about the law. She doesn't care about jurisprudence. She doesn't care about, well, ethics, it appears, because you already know that she's been funneling taxpayer dollars to her boyfriend, who's been taking her on lavish trips. But now there's a new wrinkle in the scandal bus down there in Fulton County. This one, again, from the Washington Free Beacon, doing incredible investigative work, has undercover, secretly recorded audio from a whistleblower who got fired from Fani Willis. And, well, I think you're about to see why this person got fired.
If you had to give me a sentence, what is the sentence theme?
Once I told him about his, respectfully and in an email, about his lack of leadership and the fact that he wanted to do things with grants that were impossible. And I kept telling him, like, we can't do that, and questioning stuff. He would take me off projects, tell people I wasn't doing what I was supposed to because I questioned him. Because I understood, I helped write that grant. I knew what was in that grant. He told everybody in front of Crystal, Deontay, everybody, we're going to get MacBooks, we're going to do that, we're going to get swag, we're going to use it for travel. I said, you cannot do that.
This is Amanda Timpson. She is the whistleblower, and she says that she was mistreated and eventually fired from the Fani Willis office because she stood up when she saw that a campaign aide of Fani Willis was advocating for using funds in that office for, well, as you saw, swag and other personal items. And she said, no, you can't do that. That's a misuse of the grant funds that we've got. I believe it's a federal grant specifically that she's talking about. She's a whistleblower. She said to the district attorney, this is going on right now. I'm being punished because I've been telling them that they can't break the law. And eventually, Fani Willis fired her, actually had her escorted out of the building with 7 armed security guards, as if she were a criminal. This is all coming off in a wrongful termination lawsuit right now. And we'll continue now with this surreptitiously recorded conversation.
It's a very, very specific grant. Took me off. I questioned Junior DA. There's kids in there from out of the county, all this. Took me off Junior DA. I did not want to do it. He made it look as if I wasn't doing what I needed to do because I questioned him. Because I knew for a fact Mr. Cuffey respectfully did not know what he was doing, period.
So I respect that is your assessment. It was clear to me that you and Mr. Cuffey were not getting along. And I'm not saying that your assessment is wrong. I want you to really listen to the words I'm saying.
Cuffey, and this is my personal opinion, to one woman to another, is dangerous to your administration. He tells people, when I reached out to you, he told me, you think your word is safe? Exactly when you reached out to Miss Willis, she called me and told me, she tell me everything. So once you reach out to her, she's going to reach back out to me. So I didn't even go to HR because he put Dexter's name on my PDP and I didn't even feel safe going to anybody.
Can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 supervisors that have failed in this building. What's interesting to me, because I'm in a learning curve too, they each pretend to have a relationship with me that they do not have. Mm-hmm. I guess that's an intimidation tactic. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry that you felt that way, but Dexter certainly don't have no relationship with Michael Cuffey. You were safe to go those places.
2 months later, the whistleblower was fired. And so now obvious questions about the conduct of that office and how you treat a whistleblower adds to the mess surrounding this out-of-control district attorney who really, honestly, campaigned on one issue. And, well, give her credit. I guess she's following through on that issue. She's going to get Donald Trump. And just as we talked about yesterday on the show with this whole defamation suit against E. Jean Carroll, justice doesn't really play a part here. Ethics doesn't really play a part. Precedence doesn't play a part. The use of our judicial system in a political process, that doesn't even enter into the equation. Fani Willis and the Democrats, emboldened by Joe Biden and his Justice Department, they care about one thing: The headline during an election year, Donald Trump guilty. That's it. That's all there is. But this story is not going to end well for Fani Willis. We pick it up. Andrew Carr's great reporting over here at the Free Beacon. Timpson, who joined the Fulton County District Attorney's Office as Director of Gang Prevention and Intervention in 2018, was hopeful that Willis would take the office in a new direction. In December 2020, Wilson named Timpson to her 2021 executive leadership team, a select group of employees tasked with playing a critical role in changing and rebranding the culture in the District Attorney's Office. Think about that for a minute. She was empowered to change the culture in the office. Here she is in that role saying, you've got a culture problem in this office. And she got fired. Timpson first got the sense that something was awry shortly after Willis assigned Cuffey to serve as Timpson's direct manager. Cuffey was somebody who worked on the campaign. By March 21, Timpson said Cuffey planned to use part of a $488,000 federal grant earmarked for the creation of a Center of Youth Empowerment and Gang Prevention to pay for swag, computers, and travel. Instead of heeding Timpson's warnings that his plan was illegal, Cuffey claimed the purchases were part of Willis's vision, and in 21, Cuffey removed Timpson from the gang prevention program. It's great reporting, again, by the investigative reporters over at Washington Free Beacon. Another hat tip to those guys. They're literally just across the street from our office right here. They do a great job. And this, in and of itself, it's an important story, and hopefully it'll get further investigated. It should get a federal investigation, but that ain't going to happen. Not with this attorney general and not with this president. But stand alone, it's bad. Add it to the story we already have about the misuse of funds in this office for political and personal gain, and you see what an amateur might call a pattern of behavior. A pattern of behavior of corruption and political swampiness that apparently only the Democrats can really excel at.